Hey Danielle, what's
Hey,
up?
Kiki. Oh my goodness, it's so
We
good
better
to
be
see
matching.
you.
Sorry.
I know. I'm like, wait, were you peeking in?
hmm
It's a power color for sure.
Yes.
Well, congratulations, Kiki. It's amazing to see you do your thing in different ways and grow as an actress. I'm
Thank
so proud
you.
of you. Yeah. Everyone who I usually talk to, I love to start by asking, who are you besides just your name? And what is one thing you love most about who KiKi Layne is?
Who am I besides KiKi Layne? The first thing that popped in my head, I said I somebody's daughter, somebody's auntie. My family popped in my head first. Like, beyond whatever people see on camera, I'm somebody's, crazy auntie.
You're embracing the crazy auntie.
Oh, I'm the auntie who just flies in for 2 days and like
That's
just
the
does
rich
stuff.
auntie.
Look, does stuff with the kids that the parents are like, oh my gosh, why did she let our babies do that? And then I leave them with the
And then
mess.
you're out. Yes, rich. That's rich auntie vibe. You living up to a very specific standard of Black womanhood. We love to see that. Well, I love that. I mean, as you are doing all this growing and changing and things are happening for you in your career, I know it was like crazy to see yourself getting these roles, especially after having Beale Street. And that was your first, kind of, sort of, but your first feature.
Yeah.
And now I remember seeing an interview where you were saying that basically you would love to play all different types of worlds and roles. And your ultimate goal that you have for yourself in your career is to step into roles that have like worlds where historically Black actresses are left out of the conversation. That
hmm
may not be the case in a cartoon world, but to see a Black woman like yourself be able to play this officer, this role, it does kind of manifest the things that you were talking about as an actress. What does that feel like for you?
I mean, every role that I take, I really try to think about, is this something that I wish that I could have seen more of when I was a little Black girl? And so it's not lost on me. Like, yeah, even though it's a silly, fun, family friendly movie, all of the other actors are voice characters. And so I'm the one lead who you actually see. And so it's not lost on me that, in this Disney film where there's so much, voice work, that it's a dark skinned Black woman with natural hair, that's leading the way with our lead characters, Chip and Dale. So
Yeah.
that definitely was a thought that was in my head when I decided, to do the film. And then, of course, also just being able to have fun. And that's
Yeah.
something that this role really brought me back to. And that's so important for us to have fun sometimes,
Yeah.
just be on set and pretend to, talk to I don't know, a snake, a chipmunk, a fish, like, and just have that much fun doing what it is that I feel that I've been called to do. Like, I think that's important for us to see as well. Like, I am in this movie every single scene having the time of my life.
Period. Exactly. It's the range for me. It's us getting to see actual range in someone's career so early as well. Like, I love that you played this very serious, this very emotional, this heavy character in Beale Street, this Oscar winning film. And now we are getting to see you be free and have fun in a different way. And also, let's not like just sneeze at the challenges of being an actress, having to act with people who or things, animals who aren't there. So can
Right.
you talk about that, the stretch of having to do that?
It surprised me. I was not as aware when I signed on of what that challenge would be until I get to work and I'm looking around like, oh, I
Oh,
don't have a scene partner. I'm just talking to myself. Okay.
right.
But thankfully our director Akiva, he has such a clear vision for what every scene was going to be, what each character was doing. So although I was using a lot of my imagination, it still felt very grounded. And I think it also helped that, we brought all of these animated characters into the real world. So even though it's fun and silly, there's still something that's a bit more grounded in it. And I think that's
Yeah.
what a lot of adults are connecting to, is like, whoo, yeah, I got to go to my job, that I don't really like
Listen.
to. And I got to get home to feed the dog. Like, and seeing our favorite animated characters kind of deal with some of that stuff, that's really fun.
Yeah, I love that. I love that we get to see you, whether you know it or not, or whether you're intended to or not, you create such representation in so many things, in so many places and spaces that you find yourself in. I'm still gagging over your Met Gala look. To be able to see a young Black girl on this carpet giving you full on Afro. Can you talk about just these moments that we see you, Chip and Dale, the Afro on the Met Gala carpet, all these moments where you choose to be yourself so fully and show up as KiKi? What does that mean for you to be able to be that Black woman for so many young girls?
I mean, it's everything for me. I would like to encourage, as much as I can. And I know it won't always be perfect because, hey, that's just, being human. But for us to not hide,
Mhm.
as much as we've had to. And I know that a lot of Black women came before me. Like, there were a lot of Black women who wish that they could have worn their natural hair in these films, who wish that they could have been invited to be a part of these carpets and be dressed by certain brands and things that, ignored us for a very long time.
Right.
And so I guess when I do these things, when I'm intentional about that representation, it's my way of saying thank you to all the Black women who came before me, who, put up with so much and broke through and fought for so much so
Mhm.
that I could be here and do the things that I'm doing. And then at the same time, I know that I have to continue that fight. I hope that 20 years from now that, a Black actress who looks like me, that there's even more opportunities, that it's even less of a struggle, that, there's more ways for her to express herself and be fully seen in all the different ways that we are and that we live, and there's still so much to do there. So I kind of feel like, like what J. Cole said, he's the middle child. Like, that's kind of how I feel right now. Like, I got some stuff that I'm taking, from those who came before me, but I also know there's a lot of people watching me as well.
And we are watching, KiKi. That's my time. I'm so proud of you.
Thank
Continue to
you.
soar and represent us. You're doing us proud.
Thank you, Danielle.
Yes. See you soon.